Hello my 3D printer peeps. I just wanted to check in with you guys on the Halo Mage and Halo Mage Pro. Some of you don't like the ACF film that is stock on the Mage and Mage Pro. It's a little stretchy, it tends to dent or rip or deform easily, and a lot of you have replaced your ACF film with standard FEP. For example, here is Creality's FEP. This is actually a good quality FEP film. However, you may find that FEP isn't working out very well for you with your Halo Mage or Mage Pro. What happens is the print holds too tightly to the FEP itself and tends to pull off the plate, and you end up with a failed print. I am here today to suggest to you that you forego using FEP of any brand on your Mage or Mage Pro and instead work with something called PFA. Some of you know PFA as NFEP. Previously to calling it PFA, companies did in fact call it NFEP. Hilariously, NFEP stands for not FEP. So when looking for PFA for your resin printer, you may look for NFEP or PFA. They are the same thing. PFA has a slicker surface, and that will discourage the print from holding too tightly for it and yanking itself off the build plate. When resin printing, you will know that familiar sound, that pop, as the print separates from the bed. As the plate pulls up, you'll hear pop, pop, pop. And you may notice when using FEP, that pop is very strong. When using ACF or PFA, that pop is a lot less pronounced. That's because it is holding a lot less strongly and allowing the print to actually stay on the print plate. This is a Buck 120. This is a famous hunting knife used in many movies. However, it is most notably known as the Scream Ghostface weapon of choice. This model is made up of two parts, the handle and the blade. When resin printing this blade, I have to print it like this, hanging from the build plate to avoid unnecessary supports and get that clean finish that people expect. I do the same thing with the handle, putting the handle like this with supports only on the top side. However, the problem I'm having is with that small surface area contacting the plate. The initial raft would simply tear off the plate and print on the FEP instead. It would take me several attempts to get one successful blade. However, since switching to the PFA, I had immediate success getting this knife to print properly without those initial layers pulling off the print plate and printing on the FEP. So for those of you struggling with your Mage or Mage Pro, or maybe even other printers working with FEP, I strongly suggest you give PFA or NFEP a try. There are a few brands you can choose from. This is the brand I chose. I paid for it myself. I will leave a link in the description. This particular brand was recommended to me by members of my Halo Mage Pro Facebook user group. One of the nice things about this brand is the packaging is exceptional. There are 2 sheets per pack, and they're both included inside this envelope. Inside this envelope, you will find your 2 sheets separated by a really nice solid piece of protective acrylic. Both my sheets showed up in perfect form, and I had print success on my Mage Pro in the very first try. When leveling the Mage using the PFA, I used the same method I used for ACF and FEP. I installed it on the vat, installed the vat in the printer, and then leveled the printer directly on the FEP. I did not use paper or other methods. I leveled directly on the FEP, and it has worked well for me, and I suggest you try that method as well. And here you can see the knife blade hiding behind that orange bed, printing very nicely with virtually no supports, hanging from a very small raft on the bottom of the print attached to the print plate.